Leader along with Sheetal Ma'am, and she would be giving the vote of thanks. So obviously in the morning we were joined by Honorable PDJ sir and Additional Session Judge sir, who told us, who gave us the idea about how space is intervening into the day-to-day, the course life, and regarding the digital age and data privacy as well. Like since they were not part of what we can say from the space law, so they did touch upon each and every aspect of the law that we come across with. Okay, so after that, we had the unveiling of the book, which was on the previous seminar, national seminar that we have. Basically, personal data protection in digital age. It is an edited book, and it has chapter from the various faculty members around the Pune University, and after that, we had our first technical session, which was delivered by Dimitra Stefani. She's part of International Institute of Air and Space, and she gave the attendees basically the basic idea of the space law and introduced the space law and touched upon a little on each and every aspect of the space law. Especially, she mentioned about the 5 space treaty and 5 main elements of the international space law, so that we should have a basic idea about it. Obviously, she mentioned that it is not something which is very new, but at the same time, it is developing at a very fast rate. And she joined us through Neither, and she sacrificed us sleep for that. We are very thankful for that. And obviously, then after that, there was a small question answer session in which our attendees were able to ask for the questions. And there was a question about insurance and basically the peaceful use and the moon agreement as well. In technical session 2, we were joined by Dr. Divya Tyagi, who is faculty at Gujarat National Law University. He's an associate professor of law there. He's head of VS Money Center for Research of Air and Space Law. And he joined us. We are fortunate enough to have him to join us as through offline mode. So basically, he took us to the journey of that pale blue dot, of that existentialism, that photo which gave it us through the lens of Carl Sagan, and he started the journey of the commercialization of space through that pale blue dot. Even though he was talking on the commercialization, the money making and everything, but he wanted to have that. He wanted us to have that perspective that ultimately we are just a pale blue dot in this emptiness of the space. So obviously, he told us about the India's participation in the space industry. That is only 2% right now, but we want to obviously increase that through anthrax and various other space, private space participation. And he also explained about the moon agreement. He took us through the journey of the domestic regulation in India, especially focusing on the Indian space policy, and told us the failed legislation that is there that we had, and it was introduced, but unfortunately couldn't be passed. And it is in the discussion, so that ultimately we can have a regulator in India, and all of us who were introduced to the space law can practice under that regulator. And yes, kindly everybody stand up for them. song we have standard. Ultimately, so obviously Divya Tyagi sir guided us really well, and ultimately his aim was that at least one space lawyer, if it comes from this seminar, then he believes that his coming to Pune would be successful. It was his first time coming to Pune. And then we had our technical session 3. It was conducted by Valedictory. He is a faculty at MNSU Mumbai. He was supposed to join us here only. Unfortunately, due to respiratory infection, he couldn't. So he delivered his seminar through online media, in which he took one of the most important aspect of the space exploration, that is military use of the space, and he basically told us how militarization has happened in the history and how militarization is going to happen in the future, and how various countries mold the various statements, like the term weaponization, like the term different terms that has been used in outer space treaty and weapon of mass destruction and whatnot. Just they will mold it in that certain way that so that their defense policy is satisfied. Though ultimately, who is doing all of that work? It is the lawyers itself. Okay, who is molding those words? Who is interpreting those words for the policy makers? So this is the ultimately he did dive deep into various aspects of the militarization of the space. And after that, we had our lunch, and in technical session number 4, we were joined by Mr. Chinmay Roy, who also was supposed to join us. Unfortunately, he missed his flight and he could not be here with us. But obviously, he's the senior legal officer here at Antrix, which is a commercial branch of the space. Of the ISRO, and he took us through one of the most important topic, that is basically the small satellite constellation, and he took us to the various nitty-gritties that has been happening around the world, and especially due to rise in the private participation in the space, or due to rise in general the launching of satellites, what it has been leading to hindrance in the astronomy, and it has been raising up various legal problems, and he did touch upon a lot of things. And ultimately, in our concluding session, we had a presentation online and offline as well. Online paper presentation was conducted by Mr. Edrich Miranda sir, and he's the guest lecturer, and he basically is also works with DeCosta Law Firm in Mumbai, and he basically took the presentation, patiently listened to each and every presentation, and then obviously he guided us with his valuable feedback. And ultimately, to conclude the ceremony, I would like to call upon my faculty coordinator to deliver the vote of thanks. Okay, thank you so much.
Good evening, one and all. I will surely not take that much time. On behalf of entire Modern Law College, I, Assistant Professor Sheetal Sagarkar, consider it to be my privilege to propose a vote of thanks for the international seminar. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chairman at the BC Education Society, Professor Kalana Nikote sir, for always being a guiding source of inspiration. I am thankful to respected Secretary, TV Society, Professor Shankan Deshmukh sir, and Joint Secretary, Jyotsna Boteman, for always giving us the opportunity to organize such events. I am grateful to our Deputy Secretary, TV Society, and also visitor of Modern Law College, Dr. Prakash Dixit sir for gracing the occasion. I am thankful to Honorable Chief Guest, Principal District Judge Mahendra K. Mahajan, Sir, and our Guest of Honor, Additional Session Judge K.B. Nandekar sir, for their significant presence. I am grateful to all the resource persons, Advocate Devendra Srivodi ma'am, Dr. Divya Gandhi sir, Mr. Aditya Rayat sir, Mr. Chinmay Roy sir, and Mr. Edwish Murenda sir for their valuable inputs, remarks, suggestions, and enlightening us with their knowledge and experiences. I am grateful to our respected coordinator, Advocate Dr. Chintamani Gandhi sir, and our respected principal, Dr. Ananya Budde ma'am, and our vice principal, Dr. Shivanjali Bolte ma'am, for always guiding, motivating, and encouraging us towards the academic pursuits. I convey my sincere thanks to all the researchers and students for their active participation. I am thankful to all the faculty and staff members of the various departments who helped directly and indirectly in a smooth functioning of the event. Last and not the least, I am thankful to the student volunteers who are still present here, and the audience and the students who are still present here. Thank you one and all, and I declare here the international seminar is concluded. Thank you so much.